mortgages, and that's always a topic that's interesting to most of us.
It is. Over the past several months, since the beginning of May, we, as you know, work with clients for wealth management purposes, so on the side of investment management, but as well as on financial planning. So a lot of the issues that are coming up recently are the effects of the rising interest rates on mortgages since the beginning of May. We've all come to relax and enjoy the effects of being in a low interest rate environment, and I think a lot of young people, young couples, I think this is the norm, and it's actually a historic low. But since the beginning of May, all interest rates have started to go up on the 30-year and the 15-year fix, which is affecting a lot of financial plans and affordability for people for new homes.
Right.
And refis have dropped significantly. So, this also ties a lot into people's investment portfolios and looking at, I don't know how many people understand the effects of interest rate movements, but you can look at that as a seesaw of as interest rates rise, bond prices fall. And when interest rates started to rise since the beginning of May, people saw the effects of it on their investment portfolios on the fixed income bond side. So it's a necessity that people understand how these can affect their financial personal goals.
Well, it's a big deal. I know it is.
It is. So, it's a major factor when you have mortgage interest rates, as part of your financial plan and affordability. And due to QE3, which people hear ad nauseum about the government, is that the quantitative easing, what had happened and why rates had started to move up is that, to give people a better understanding, is the government buys about $85 billion worth of U.S. Treasuries as well as mortgage-backed securities every single month. And a couple weeks ago, Ben Bernanke came out and said he sees the improvement in the economy and that they may begin to slow down on that repurchasing, which is, all in all a good thing, meaning the economy is starting to come back. However, what ends up happening is the speculation occurred and people started getting nervous, so they started selling their 10-year Treasury notes, which made interest rates rise. So he is really looking at a number of unemployment at about 6.5% before they start to really slow and put into effect the slowing of the repurchase. We're at 7.5 right now, so we have a ways to go, but these extreme reactions in the market, affect that. To give you a better idea, interest rates on the 30-year fix at the beginning of May were around 3.52 to 3.59 and shot up last week to about 4.75. They're a little bit down now in the past few days, but that's over 1.25% on average.
So what does this mean to the average entrepreneur like me who's, I won't say my age, but you know how old I am.
Yes.
Has children, one in graduate school, one in university, and is now an empty nester, is trying to have some financial security and choice in life, but still working. How does that trickle down to my day-to-day life? So,
on the side of the having being an interest rate low environment for so long that we have, and we've experienced it since 2010, which is fantastic. And you, because of your experience, I use that as a good word for people, is if you remember in the 70s and in the 90s, interest rates for mortgages were 7 to 9%.
Right.
Early 80s were even up to 18%, which is insane. So this is still on average a major historic low that we're at. However, as interest rates rise, I think that it is a call to action for people and business owners and individuals to reevaluate some of their debt that's in their life or possibilities or opportunities. If you're on the fence about purchasing a building or purchasing, a home for the first time, don't let that sit on the sidelines if we think interest rates are going to continue to move over the next, 18 to 24 months.
So lock in a long-term interest.